Hey there, my fellow crust lovers and travel dreamers. Meltvin here, your passport packing slice of pizza. Today's episode is the perfect combo plate. A splash of city life in Cape Town, a swirl of South African wine, adorable penguins in their natural tuxedos, and a luxury beach escape in Durban that might just out-pamper a Disney concierge cruise. We're talking epic views, secret travel hacks, and some unexpected wildlife encounters, monkeys included. Stick around because you're going to want to add all of this to your must-do list. Now, let's toss it over to Stephanie and Ryan to get this trip started.
Welcome back to One Slice at a Time, the podcast where pizza is life and travel is just everything else. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Ryan. We're both travel agents helping you turn these vacation dreams into reality because life's too short to let those vacation days pile up.
Oh, that's for sure, Ryan. A serious question. Who do you think spent more time in pizza shops? You as a pizza connoisseur or me when I managed one way back in the day?
That's a tough one, but you probably have me beat. But considering pizza is
10
basically
years
my
behind
love
the
language.
counter.
Oh man, that's a lot of hours. Um, but pizza is my love language, so I've put my hours in at the counter with a
I'm
slice.
sure you have.
So who wins, the former pizza boss or the guy who considers pizza a food group? We don't know.
That would be close. That would be close. We'd have to sit down and hash that one out. Either way, though, we're here for the travel stories, maybe just a little pizza talk on the side.
Yeah, and before we go any further, let's talk about that fun-loving voice that opens and closes our show. If you've been with us for a few episodes, you've heard him, our mascot, our MC, our assistant, and part-time hype slice, Meltvin. You can spot him on the show logo too.
Is he fictitious? Well, guys, I mean, technically he's a cartoon pizza slice, but the real story is that he was struck by lightning when he was in a New York pizza shop and became sentient. He snagged a fake passport off the wall from one of the mini promos and then set off to see the world.
I promise you this is not turning into a sci-fi podcast, but we thought you had the right to know who's been talking to you all this time. And yes, we're always looking for ways to get Melvin more involved in the show.
Okay, so right now, since you've officially met Meltvin, maybe we'll bring him in sometime to do his own version. But let's get back to the travel. Last time we were on full on safari mode, lions, elephants, and what did you think about Ryan's wild dog story? Crazy, too graphic. I mean, so don't worry. This time we're going to tone it down a little bit. Just penguins, something called rock rabbits, and a few thieving monkeys.
Yeah, this part of the trip was pure luxury and dreamy vibes. Wine, beaches, and epic views. Could you see yourself there? Let's dive in.
So tell us, Ryan, how did this whole adventure kick off?
You're going to appreciate this because of your bouginess, but it started with kind of a surprise because as soon as we stepped off the plane, after a really, really long flight, right on the jetway was a representative from Life Safari African Getaways holding a sign that says Ryan Joy Group. Talk about your VIP treatment.
That is the way to start a trip. Of course, I want my name on the sign, not yours.
Well, that greeter, she walked us through customs, helped us grab our luggage, and delivered us to our next guide, whose name was Cooney. He became our guide for all things Cape Town. He was funny, knowledgeable, and he's a perfect host for the next couple of days. So, seamless airport experience after, when you do one of these long flights, you're so exhausted, and then you have to do the mental flips of the customs check. Ugh,
Right.
this was nice.
I bet. I love seamless travel. I love when it just is easy. That makes it feel even more luxurious. So, where did you stay there in Cape Town?
So we stayed at the Commodore Hotel. It is a great property, and the thing that's the best about it, though, is its location. You're just steps away from the V&A waterfront, which is an enormous shopping and dining hub, and it's right on the water. Uh, so yeah, it was great, and it has me wondering where you would head first in this situation: the boutiques or the restaurants. If you're like me, you shopped the directory to find a slice of pizza.
Well, I would probably do some actual shopping first to work up an appetite and then look for the slice of pizza.
Yeah.
So now tell us a little bit more about that Commodore Hotel breakfast that I've heard about.
It was like that European style.
Okay.
Absolutely delicious. Omelet station, fresh breads, cheeses, bacon, roasted potatoes, yogurts, coffee, cappuccino, the whole thing. Everything you could want, it was there. And when I'm on vacation, this is really how I like to start my day. Breakfast is kind of a treat. Like at home, maybe maybe cereal, maybe some toast, but it's not like a proper meal. But here,
Right.
made to order eggs, potatoes, and Tabasco is my hot sauce of choice. If anybody needs to know, so like I had it all. It was great. It's the best way to start the day.
Okay, Tabasco, I'll give you that one. I get you. Like breakfast is a big treat to have because who's making all that when you're home, right? Nobody's making that big
No,
breakfast. So that's a great point on vacation to have yourself like that big spread for breakfast.
yeah, maybe on Sundays,
And
but otherwise, no,
but not at all the food was exactly like how we're used to, right?
no, not at all. So I drink unsweetened iced tea. It is my caffeine of choice.
Like
You
gallons.
could, yeah, yeah. Look, there's you could get iced tea, but of course it's that like raspberry flavored or
Right.
sweetened of some kind. In my mind, gross. Other people,
Right.
your mileage may vary. Um, Also, ranch dressing. My goddaughter was disappointed with Africa for not having ranch
Yes.
everywhere.
I would have to
Um,
like bring it in with me. Ranch
yeah,
dressing and real sweet tea, real sweet tea.
I think that Lucy, that's going to be her hack. Is she's probably going to get those like Hidden Valley packets, and they're like
Yes.
in her luggage now.
Yeah.
And ketchup, I, I don't eat ketchup. I eat the Tabasco. That's why I brought it up. But if
Yeah.
you wanted ketchup, forget it. They call it tomato
Oh
sauce,
no.
and it's not as sweet as what we're used to. But one of
Ah,
my friends, Charmaine, she kind of figured out a hack. If you were real desperate, you could add like a
okay.
sugar packet and some salt maybe or something, and it kind of started to resemble ketchup. I don't know. It's commitment, I guess.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. That's definitely some dedication there to hack your own ketchup.
Yeah, and I mean that's everywhere you go. Like in our country, we have all kinds of weird stuff in our food to make it taste good, and they don't have
Yeah.
that everywhere else. In South Africa, they did not have ketchup or ranch dressing or unsweetened iced tea. So
Man.
went on a little tangent there, but there you go. They did have pizza. Yeah, one afternoon, my buddy and I chilled at the hotel bar for about 4 hours. Great drinks,
Yeah,
good
day drinking.
conversation.
Love it.
Yeah. I know. You're on vacation, you're
That's
in this
real
like exotic.
vacation. That's real
Yeah.
vacation. Breakfast and day drinking.
I know you go all the way to this exotic location just to go to the hotel bar, but whatever. Uh, but care to guess the tab? Two guys, 4 hours. You're thinking $3
I
signs
don't
on
want to
this
know.
hotel. Yeah, no.
Absolutely. At least I don't want to know.
Yeah. It was about 25 US dollars. The
Oh,
the
what?
ex the exchange rate in South Africa is well into our favor,
Wow.
so we get to really take advantage of it. And Steph, you would definitely feel bougie on a budget there for sure.
Bougie on a budget there. Just got to afford the
Yeah.
flights.
Well, if you're wondering what I ordered, cocktails, wine, or beer, yes, yes, all of that.
So you definitely tried it all out. Can't blame you
Yeah,
there. So
yeah.
hopefully, though, Maggie pulled you away from the hotel bar for a little bit of sightseeing. What stood out to
She,
you guys?
she did. It was organized. Cooney picked us up every day.
Okay.
But Table Mountain's incredible, and you can, on a clear day, you
Mhm.
can see Table Mountain from pretty much any place in Cape Town. But we went to Table Mountain, and it's one of the seven natural wonders of the world. We had skip the line tickets, which saved us
Nice.
hours, and
Nice.
rode one of the only rotating gondolas in existence to the top. So what I mean is, you get in this big gondola, like a ski gondola, and it's
Mhm.
circular, and as you're going up into the mountain, it's actually rotating, so you can get a 360
Wow.
degree view.
That's
Unreal.
cool.
And this is where we first met. the Dassie, which are, at least in Table Mountain, our guide,
Mhm.
Cooney, he called them rock rabbits, which is kind of a really good description for them because they're sort of gerbil sized and or they're rabbits, but they look like gerbils. They're kind of
Oh.
cute. If you see them down in the bushes, then you can call them bush rabbits or whatever. But rock
Ah,
rabbits up at the
up
top of
there, the
Table
rock
Mountain.
rabbits. I definitely need
Yeah.
to see one of those. But let's
Yeah.
rewind back to those skip the line tickets. Was this all arranged by Live Life Safari Getaways?
Yeah. Yeah. It was all done.
Oh, wow.
We knew we were going to Table Mountain, but we when we pulled up and we saw the line of people, I was like, I don't really need to go to Table
I
Mountain.
can see it from
But
here.
then, yeah, yeah. But then we just walked right up and got on the gondola, so it was perfect. And who
Oh, wow,
even knew
that's
there was
service.
natural?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. Who even knew there were seven natural wonders of the world to go with the other ones? So, a fun fact though, Guazo Falls in Argentina is another one of those seven natural wonders, and you can check that off your list by coming on my Antarctica trip. So, Pizza Pals, which would you pick first, the mountain or the waterfall?
That's a tough call. But wait, you buried the lead. Did you say there was some wine on this trip? Because that's what I want to hear about.
Yes. After Cape Town, we headed we headed to the Cape Winelands and stayed at Le Franchoc Hotel and Spa. Giant rooms, thatched roofs, spa vibes, mountains all around, stunning. And full disclosure, I helped one of you pizza pals book a Disney cruise from my room before bed that night. So,
Oh, total respect. True facts about the life of a travel advisor. We use our vacations to help you plan yours. But let's get back to the wine.
yeah, okay, of course. Stephanie is, if
I
nothing, if
gotta
not
go try it.
focused. We went to three wineries. One of them was focused on champagne, and the other two had like a mix of reds and whites. The standout is Pinotage. That is like South
Okay.
Africa's signature varietal. So I don't know what you would choose, Steph, whether it be bubbles or the bold reds, but um, yeah, it was great.
I'd probably choose both, but usually
Yeah,
sparkling wine gives me a little bit of a headache, so I probably would stick to the Pinotage.
perfect. And I'm the one who needs to get pulled away from the bar. And pro tip, if you can't make it all the way to South Africa, Jico at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge has one of the largest South African wine lists outside the country. That's where I first discovered that Pinotage was a thing.
You can also see a lot of the animals from South Africa at Animal Kingdom Lodge. They're out on the
True.
savannah, but one of the things that you can't see is penguins. So, Ryan, tell me about the penguins.
Yes, yes, the penguins. It's at Boulder Beach. It's one of the most famous destinations to go to. If you go to Cape Town, chances are you're doing an excursion out to Boulder Beach to see these little South African penguins. This is a really cool thing. Like Maggie and I used to go to the Baltimore Zoo in Maryland when we lived up there because they have one of the largest populations of South African penguins outside of South Africa, similar to Disney's Chico with the wine. But in but like so we were kind of familiar with these penguins, but to be able to go see them in their natural habitat where they actually belong, that was sort of priceless. And Maggie decided, because we have this trip and then we have Antarctica, she's going to have all seven continents done, which was like a life goal for hers. So she
Yes.
was like trying to come up with like, what's the next thing I'm going to do? And she's like, I'm going to go see penguins on all seven continents. So
Yes.
uh, there you go. She still needs
Should
to
we?
go back to
Yeah.
Europe and other places so that she can see these penguins. But these ones are
Yes, she
so
can
cute. They're
collect
tiny.
penguins. She can collect swimming in every single ocean or sea, right?
Hmm.
And collect continents. And now she
That's
can
right.
collect natural wonders of the world. Has she been to all the natural wonders of the world yet?
No, not at all.
There's another
just this
list
one,
to
I
start.
believe. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, that's right.
If you need any help planning a trip like this or any other trip, me and Ryan would be more than happy to help you get those dreams off the ground. But now let's fast forward to the big finale, Sala Beach House.
The ultimate exhale after safari life. I've been working with a lot of people on planning their own safaris, and it's surprisingly everybody keeps saying can we go to like the beach after the safari? And like, I didn't even know that was a thing until I kind of started planning these myself. And now that I've gone, absolutely, that's how you end these trips. You go to the beach. Sala Beach House in Durban sits right on the Indian Ocean. So that was another one of those swim in all the oceans
Mhm.
list that Maggie got to cross off. We had two massive rooms and a three-bedroom villa. And here's the kicker.
Wow.
Here you go, Stephanie Bougie. We were the only guests at the beach house. So can you imagine the
My
level
kind
of
of thing.
pampering? Like if we walked by, like we were the attention, like that we were where all the attention was focused. Um,
Love it.
I think this might top your concierge level Disney cruise.
Well, I'll have to go try it out and see, I guess. But was there free popcorn?
No popcorn, but
Oh, darn.
the breakfast. Apparently there's a theme with me, the breakfast. It was incredible. There's like 10 menu options, yogurts, fruits, muffins, and armed guards.
Wait, what? I want to take my child on this trip. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess when I say armed guards, they were kind of like shooting like little jelly pellets because
Okay.
their
Okay.
monkeys were trying to steal our food. So, yeah, the resident monkeys were hanging about and they saw that we were eating and they wanted to eat right off the table.
Okay.
It didn't So we had these armed guards. They didn't always successfully keep the monkeys away. A couple
Gotcha.
of them did get fat on our croissants. But
I,
it does remind me earlier in the trip back in Cape Town, we saw a squad of armed people with paintball guns battling baboons. Because
love it.
apparently, if a baboon breaks into your house, they destroy everything.
Wow.
And there are pockets of South Africa where people have sort of like vacation homes where they're not there all the time.
Right.
So it is a
Right.
real hazard and a problem. And so, yeah, they had these paintball guns. They were going after the baboons. So, yes, I saw a lot of primate battles during my stay.
That
But
is absolutely wild. A whole new idea of home security if you have a
yeah,
vacation home or if you're living in South Africa, right?
yeah.
Pellet guns. I don't know. Eva would probably love this. They would probably have to arm her with a pellet gun. She would probably get a huge kick out of defending her own breakfast.
Oh, believe you me, that we all took a turn with the pellet guns. So I talked about the breakfast. Our farewell dinner from Sala Beach House was a showstopper. We were there for I think 3 nights, and on the I know the last morning, the chef walked up to us and said, "It's your farewell dinner. Why don't we do something special?" So we sat down with that chef for like 15, 20 minutes. We planned out the menu. And every time we thought she was done, we're like, oh yeah, filet sounds great. Seafood, yeah, that'd be fine.
Sure.
Yeah, we like that. Sure. She's like,
Right.
well, do you need pasta? Do you need this? Do you need that? So by the end, we had probably like 15 dishes, and there were 9 of us, but we had like 15
Hmm.
different family style dishes. Also, filet mignon, truffle potatoes, pasta, seafood, prawns, and at my friend Scott's request, Scott with the list, if you listened to last episode,
Yes.
um, she made homemade ice cream. Mind you, she got the assignment at like noon for like a 6 o'clock dinner. The big question was whether she was going to have time for the ice cream to set, and it did. But she used Amarula cream liqueur to make the ice cream.
Um,
So, man, it was great. But all these meals were set up in ridiculously beautiful locations. Breakfast was on the side of a cliff overlooking the Indian Ocean. Dinner was inside the villa one night, and it was outside on the patio another night, and it was in a different
nice.
location at a different time. And I mean, like I said, they was like one on one, so they were catering to us. So they came to us and they said, "We think you might like to
Mhm.
eat dinner at this spot or at this spot, and breakfast here."
Nice.
And it was amazing. We could not spend enough time there.
Okay, so this may top the Disney concierge. It may. If the chef's going to come ask me what I want for dinner on my last night and move dinner every night to a new beautiful location. It might just be a little bit a little bit over the
Well,
top.
I might need to go try concierge service, and you might
Yeah,
need to go
then
to
we can
Sala Beach
definitely
House.
compare. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, perfect.
Before Ryan serves up his crusty review, let me sprinkle a little Parmesan on this conversation. These kinds of trips don't have to stay in your imagination. Stephanie and Ryan can plan your own Table Mountain photo op, penguin meet and greet, or Indian Ocean beach stay, and make it as seamless as the one you just heard about. Whether you want safari thrills, city chills, or oceanfront chills, they've got you covered. Drop them a message, and your next big getaway could be on the calendar before you even finish this episode. Now, Ryan, tell them about that pizza.
Well, last week we talked about the terrible pizza that I had in Durban. That's not really what this region is known for. I bet if I asked that chef to make me a pizza, it would have been the best pizza I had all trip. But if you recall, I rated the pizza 2 out of 10 and told you to get
Lowest
pizza
one.
in Cape Town. Yeah, Durban pizza. Granted, I went to the mall, so it wasn't like I found a great pizza shop in Durban. But so I didn't have great pizza there. But since I already gave you the scoop on pizza in Durban, I'll tell you
Which
about
was
the most.
meh.
Yeah, exactly. But the most recent pizza I had was Papa John's.
I'm sorry.
Stephanie, it was our business partners, Rob and Carrie. They brought Papa John's in for lunch at our business meeting last week, and
I thought
pizza,
the business was doing well.
Pizza really is the best choice for a business meeting. 8 out of 8 on the food selection for sure. But what can I say about Papa John's? It's in the Domino's, Pizza Hut, Little Caesars division of pizza places, co-headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky, and Atlanta, Georgia. They got 1 billion locations.
Yeah.
One time, I went to a friend's wedding, and they had Papa John's delivered at the very end of the reception. Everybody's wasted. They even had a garlic sauce fountain. So, well, you can say what you want, Stephanie. Papa John's
That's dedication right there. Whew.
They have their fans. So
They do.
I give them like a 5 out of 8. They're present. They're available for us. They're open late. He's there when you need him,
Hey.
but not the one I'm going to run to for date night. When you need to feed a ton of people, it is a great choice.
If you say so, Ryan. I'm starting to question, though, exactly, how good you can rate these pizzas. Like, I might need to come in on this because if we're giving
You
Papa
get-
John's at a business meeting 5 out of 8, I think we need to get you some better pizza, bud.
It's a participation trophy. 5 is
okay.
participation. It's really hard to get 8 though. So
It better be really hard to get 8. I feel like we always get to like the 5, so it better really
Yeah.
blow you out of the water if it gets an 8 out of 8.
yeah.
So last time we talked wild dogs and elephants. Today, penguins, Pinotage, and some pampering. Ryan, what's next?
Next time on One Slice at a Time, we're diving into Disney holidays, from Disney World to Disney Cruise to Disneyland. How to make it magical without losing your mind.
Well, maybe we can lose our mind just a little bit because I love Disney during the holidays. But before we go, Ryan, what's for dinner tonight?
Well, after a night in the Cape Winelands, I can tell you this. I like my wine the same way I like my pizza. Red. Don't give me any of those white sauce pizzas.
So, pepperoni and Pinotage.
Exactly. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
And that's another slice served hot, folks. We went from penguins to pure pampering, and I'm still drooling over that farewell dinner. Remember, life's too short for bad pizza or bad vacations. Call Stephanie and Ryan when you're ready for the good stuff, and tell them Meltvin sent you. Until next time, keep your cheese melty and your travel dreams extra cheesy.